Good morning. It's Monday. Today we read Revelation 14, 1 through 5. Then I looked, and behold, on Mount Zion stood the Lamb, and with him 144,000 who had his name and his Father's name written on their foreheads. And I heard a voice from heaven like the roar of many waters and like the sound of loud thunder. The voice I heard was like the sound of harpists playing on their harps, and they were singing a new song before the throne and before the four living creatures and before the elders. None could learn that song except the 144,000 who had been redeemed from the earth. It is these who have not defiled themselves with women, for they are virgins. It is these who follow the Lamb wherever he goes. These have been redeemed from mankind as firstfruits for God and the Lamb, and in their mouth no lie was found, for they are blameless. So the picture changes. We've been seeing all this destruction and doom and gloom on earth, and all these beasts attacking everybody, and now we look at Mount Zion, and there stands the Lamb that was slain, a weird thing already. There he stands on Mount Zion, and with him is the 144,000. Now, before I said, well, that's really a symbolic parallel to all the millions and millions, but here it looks like maybe it's a little different crowd. At any rate, this represents those who have been rescued from sin and saved from sin by the Lamb, and they're singing a song of praise to the Father and Son. And they have not defiled themselves with women. They're virgins, and they follow the Lamb wherever he goes. And so we have these episodes and switches back and forth between earth and heaven. And earth is where everything is gloom and doom, and heaven is where everything is beautiful and wonderful. Well, but wait, it's not in heaven. It's on earth. He's on Mount Zion, which is the ancient name for the mountain where they had the city of the Jebusites that King David took from the Jebusites and turned into the city of Jerusalem. And so we see this image coming, this picture of the Lamb coming down to Mount Zion and being there. So it's episodic in Revelation, and it's not linear. We don't see the same thing, and then the next thing happens, and the next thing happens, and the next thing happens. It's much more like a cheaply made TV show or movie where things are just happening all over the place, and you have to kind of figure it out for yourself. You know, you're the viewer, figure it out. I don't like directors who do that most of the time, but sometimes it can make sense. Here in Revelation, it could make sense if we knew more about what was supposed to be being communicated, and we don't. So we have some keys, but we don't know everything about it, frankly. Some people claim that they know everything about it, but they're trying to get you to pay $99 for their lecture series or something. We don't know what all this stuff means. We need to admit that, and so let's admit that here. But what we do know is that you get two distinct pictures. You get those who follow Jesus and those who don't. And those who don't are headed for doom and gloom. And those who do are headed for a wonderful time with him. And that's the picture that the seer, that John wants to paint in this book. So for today, remember that you are a beloved child of God and beloved child of Jesus, with Jesus, and nothing can ultimately defeat you, no matter how difficult, how bad, how threatening it gets. Nothing ultimately will defeat you, and so you just have to endure the pains and trials of this life. I wish that for you, and I hope that you have a great day, and we will see you tomorrow morning.